If you were born between 1800 and 1810, your life would begin in a world of candles, horses, and handwritten letters, and end in a world of railways, steamships, telegraphs, and photography. You'd be among the first people to live entirely inside the 19th century and feel it transform. Childhood, a slow, local world. As a child, your universe would be tiny. Your home, your street, or village. Nearby fields or alleys, a local church or meeting place. In the countryside, your days revolve around weather and soil. You help with simple tasks as soon as you can. Gathering wood, tending animals. A bad harvest can mean hunger for everyone you know. In town, you see narrow streets, small workshops, and markets. Craftsmen, hammer, stitch, bake, and sell. Under the watch of officials and clergy. School, if you get it, is short and basic. Many children never go or attend, only briefly. You memorize prayers, letters, and numbers under strict discipline. Books are rare. Education is a privilege, not an expectation. Illness is everywhere. Fevers, infections, and epidemics take siblings, parents, or neighbors young. Death is part of daily life, not hidden away in institutions. Adolescence, war, revolution, and shifting borders. In your teens, the calm surface of your world cracks. Depending on where you live, you might experience Napoleonic Wars shaking Europe, independence struggles in the Americas, revolts and crackdowns in colonies and older kingdoms. You hear of battles from returning soldiers and travelers, or from the few who can read newspapers aloud. You feel the effects more than the politics. Higher taxes, shortages, conscription, refugees passing through. Early factories and mills start to appear. In some regions, you notice bigger workshops with water wheels or steam engines. Talk of machines taking jobs begins. You're old enough to sense that power can change hands and maps can be redrawn, but you still worry most about work and food. Young adulthood, work, and early industry. In your 20s, you step fully into adult life in a world just starting to industrialize. You might work land as a tenant, smallholder, or laborer, tied to seasons and rent. Take a job in a mill, mine, or workshop using simple machines. Serve in another household as a domestic worker. Sailor or soldier, spending years far from home. There are almost no safety nets. Injury or illness can destroy your livelihood. A bad season or downturn can push you toward debt, crime, or migration. Steam power and improved roads begin to change travel and trade. You may hear about steamships and early rail projects, even if you don't see them yet. By your 40s and 50s, the world looks different from your youth. Railways spread across landscapes. Trains carry goods and people faster than any horse. Towns on rail lines grow. Some villages become busy stops. Travel that once took days now takes hours. CTS expand. Factories cluster near ports and tracks. Crowded neighborhoods rise around them. You might move into such a city, or you might watch others leave your village and not return. Cheap printed material becomes more common. Pamphlets and newspapers carry arguments about workers' conditions and early unions, ending slavery or reforming government and expanding voting rights. If you can read, you may follow these debates yourself. If not, you hear them discussed in taverns, at markets, or after worship. You understand now that power and status are not as fixed as you were taught. Later life, telegraph, photography, and a title world. In your 60s and 70s, you live through technologies that would have sounded impossible in your childhood. Telegraph lines carry messages in minutes, along wires. News that once took weeks now spreads with startling speed. Market shocks, wars, and treaties reach distant places quickly. Photography, a rise. You might see portraits that look eerily lifelike, or have one taken yourself. To someone born when only paintings could capture a person, this feels like new magic. Steamships run regular routes. Migration accelerates. People cross oceans permanently. You may have relatives overseas, writing letters about new lives. You see that technology doesn't just ease life. It widens the reach of empires, businesses, and armies. Old age at the edge of the 20th century. If you live into your 80s or 90s, you might see the 1890s, or even the calendar roll toward 1900. Around you, electric lights appear in some cities. Telephones and more advanced machines begin to circulate. Scientific ideas about germs and sanitation slowly improve health. You'll hear of early cars and flying experiments, even if you never see them. To younger people, you are living proof of another era. You remember a world before trains, before telegraphs, before big factories. Your grandchildren grow up assuming these things are normal. What it meant to be born between 1800 and 1810. If you were born in this decade, your name likely won't appear in history books. Your life is written instead in work done, children raised, losses endured, and quiet joys. But the arc of your years crosses the 19th century's core shift, from horse and sail to railways and steamships, from local gossip to telegraphed news, from small towns to industrial cities, from unquestioned hierarchies to movements for rights and reform. Being born between 1800 and 1810 means starting life in a world your grandparents recognized and leaving it in one that looks startlingly modern. Your story, even if remembered only in a family line, is one thread in that transformation.